I say I don't like technology on bikes, yet here I am with a 360 camera going, got 2 GoPros, I got phone apps. I do like technology. But today we want to talk about specifically the phone and the apps that I use when I ride. So let's go and roll the intro and we'll get into it today.
This is the way.
Hey everyone, another very windy day here in good old Kansas City. It seems I cannot escape it. So we are exploring some lake roads and just kind of keeping a nice chill ride to kind of keep the wind noise down. What I thought we could talk about today is some apps that we use for motorcycles. I really only use a couple at this point in time, but I wanted to share the 2 apps I do use and see what other apps you guys use, and maybe you can make some recommendations for me. So let's go ahead and get riding. And we'll get into our first one, which is right here on my phone currently, which is the RISER app. Get out of this parking lot at certain death. When I say death, I mean there's just like loose shizzle everywhere. Especially right in the corner where I want to turn there. I don't know how you adventure bike boys do it. I am so freaked out at pea gravel. But I have a valid excuse for that. That's the whole reason the Dyna looks like the Dyna is because of pea gravel. Alright, up we go. Ugh. Steeper than it looks, steeper than it looks. Alright, so the app that I am running here today for my, it's not really navigation. I guess that would be another app, which we'll get into, I guess, at the end. But this app is more what I use to record my rides with, as far as where I went, how long I was on the bike for, and, you know, top speeds, things of that nature. So the one I'm using is RISER. Now, this is going to be very similar to the REVer app, but I don't know what it is about the RISER app. I just really like the interface. Now, to be fair, though.
Okay, now to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
I have not tried REVer in probably about a year. So I really don't know what its interface looks like to compare this to. But I really like this one because, holy steepness, Batman, I forgot how steep that was. I really like this one, and the little runoff, because I haven't had very many issues with it. Now, there are going to be issues. I'm going to get to those in a second. But for me, this one has only missed one of my rides. In 1 year, because of fault of the phone, I've only missed one ride. Now, I say fault of the phone. It's fault of the app. The app crashed or something. Didn't track my GPS. Needless to say, I was not credited for the ride that I had gone on. So what do I like about the RISER app? Well, there's 2 versions. There's a free version, which is what I'm currently subscribed to, mainly because I don't live in a place that can really utilize the premium features of this app. So the basic app allows you to have a garage, essentially. You add your bikes, and with each ride, you select which bike you're on, and it kind of keeps a running catalog for you. Really kind of pretty basic, pretty cool at the same time. I like it a lot. So as you can see here on mine, I still have the V-Rod in here, and then I have the 3 other bikes. The Kawasaki is definitely catching up in miles compared to the others. But I'm sure the newness will wear off, and I'll get back on the Dyna and the Triumph a little bit more here again. But there you can kind of see just, you know, total mileage for each bike, and, you know, kind of see some of the basic stats. So again, I like having it up because, as well, when I look down at it, I can usually tell if the road is nice and white. I'm not going to hit a gravel road of any sort. So as long as I can see that it's like a actual road.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I'm not too concerned that it's going to turn into dirt and I'll have to like turn around and U-turn it. So that's one of the features that I like, is just the interface and everything of that nature. The other thing I like about it is the fact that it does record so much details. I mean, I say so much, but really just a handful of details. But it's really all I need. So the other feature that I like on the bike is if you do have a destination in mind, you could put in the address or even what the landmark's name is, and it will find a quote-unquote curvy road, or at least the most enjoyable motorcycle road for you. It does a pretty good job at that, and you could even use it as your turn-by-turn navigation. If you wanted to pay for the premium version, you can have a super curvy road, which is cool if you live in a place that actually it would benefit from. So living in Kansas City on the Kansas side, and Missouri's a little bit different, but on the Kansas side, everything's a straight road. So it'll let you preview what the super curvy road is, and it's not much different. It's not worth the subscription cost for me anyway to go ahead and pay for that service. The navigation on it, at least the last time I used it, does have a few faults to it. The first fault was I ran into a closed road, which, okay, that's fine, it happens. But if you go off of its route and you have this connected to like your speakers in your helmet, you will get constant danger, Will Robinson. Make a left turn, make a left turn, make a left turn, because it wants you to get back to that closed road. When in reality, I had to take a detour to get around it, and I'm almost to where I need to go. But for the entire rest of the trip, if you can't access your phone, you're hearing, make a U-turn, turn left, turn left. I'm like, oh no. The time that I remember this happening, I was trying to go to a coffee shop up north, and for the next 30 minutes, because I ended up hitting a highway, I didn't really have time to fiddle fart with the phone. I just heard, get off at this exit, get off at this exit. It wanted me to hit the road that I avoided because of the detour. Now, the other issue that I've had with this app is if you do use it for turn-by-turn navigation, is the instructions for your turn, they don't give you a lot of time. So let's say this is the turn right. No, oh no, it's there already.
Recalculating, turn right now!
So unless you actually have your map up, it's really hard to see maybe when the turn is coming. And you know, as a motorcycle rider, and even as a car rider, driver, etc., you don't want to be just focused on your phone. Usually I don't have this app up as I'm riding. I usually just have my blank phone there. I keep it out for basically a little bit better GPS coverage and things of that nature. So that's the RISER app. Definitely check it out. You can add friends to it as well. Chopperfett Moto Vlogs is how you can find me on there. So feel free to add me, and we can share rides. You know? The next app that I use is called the Chain app. And we're going to pull over here to the side here, and I will show you exactly what this one is. All right, next app here, we got Chain. Now, you can't just do too much of a demonstration with this app, but this is the app from Ruroc that essentially allows you to have unlimited range as long as you can have a cell signal. So that is the key thing, is you do need to have a phone carrier with a good cell signal for this to work. So here's the Chain app. So let's go back to the home. This is what you're going to see. There's me. Hi, Brett. You can connect, and then there's advertisements. This is really basic right now because it's not being piloted. There's enough going on to where they can actually function with it, but essentially this is a voice over IP app. So my dad and I have used it a few times, and we only have one group ride set up so far, which is our Let's Ride. What you can do is you can join a ride, and what happens is someone will send you a code, and you put the code in there, and you guys connect up. Once that ride is over, that ride continues to be there, and then it's right here in my groups. If you wanted to create your own, you just click create, you name it, and you click create ride. And so let's just go ahead and name a ride as Chopper. And when I create the ride, so there it is. You get 3 little dots here on the side, which means edit, delete, or cancel. So let's go ahead and let's see here. When I load into it, all right, so we are currently in the ride right now. We can click the add button, and there's our code to go ahead and share this with our friends. So if you had code HD4072, you could connect up to this ride. Now, this ride is going to be deleted, but if you guys ever do want to do like a, I think that this could be very cool for doing like a dual vlog, where if I'm recording everything and you're recording everything, then we can just mash it all together. I think it'd actually be a pretty cool little setup. All right, now we have Let's Ride. So we have the online, which shows me there, and then we have What's Up Bob, and then my brother on that one as well. So what's just really nice about it is we are able to do Bluetooth-ish communications, like with a Sena, Cardo, what have you. But we're using those to connect to our phone, and using that to connect to everything else. So that's what's really kind of cool about it, is it's essentially limitless. So when we were talking to my brother, when we added him in, and he lives in Oklahoma City. So it's not like it's like right there for him. It's a little bit of a ways, but we are able to do so. Now I did run into the issue where we had a little bit of a cell coverage issue, and that was on my end. Thank you, Sprint.
Can you hear me now? Good.
But since got now T-Mobile, which has expanded it a little bit, and it's been a little bit better so far. So we're hopefully that's going to end up a-okay for us. The only other app that I would say I would even use would be Google Maps, and that's what I just use for navigation. But everyone knows what Google Maps is, and probably already knows what that one goes on. So, but that was what I had for you guys here today. Go ahead and drop what apps you use. I know a lot of you guys probably use the RISER app, but I'd be curious to know if you've experienced both, if you used both lately, which one you like better, and go ahead and drop it down below. I'll be glad to maybe change things up, but definitely check out the Chain app. I think that one's got some potential down the road. But that being said, my name is Brett. This has been the Chopperfett channel, and I'll catch you on the next dark side, as this is the way. Chopperfett, later.